Alright, so this video is titled North Korea First Contact. Video by Alex Losev. Let's react to this.
I'm at the Vladivostok airport, flying out to Pyongyang. My feelings are kind of mixed. Everyone I know who found out I was heading to North Korea started worrying about me intensely.
Wow.
Honestly, I don't put a lot of stock in all those horror stories, but as far as how things actually turn out, well, you and I too will find out soon enough.
You know something? People have this kind of stigma about North Korea that it's one of the most dangerous country ever. You know? But most of the times when we hear these type of things, it's not all, like 100% true. Most of the time it's just purely propaganda, But we're going to continue to react to this video to see what it's all about, all right?
So, flight JS-272 at 14:10 to Pyongyang through Air Koryo. My journey began in Vladivostok. It was from here that I was scheduled to fly to Pyongyang. Before boarding, a representative from the travel agency handed me my passport containing my DPRK visa. This is what it looks like. On the flight to Pyongyang, just as on the return journey to Vladivostok, the majority of passengers are citizens of the DPRK. There are Russian tourists as well, though their numbers are noticeably smaller. Flights along the Vladivostok-Pyongyang route are operated several times weekly by Air Koryo, the DPRK's national airline. A round-trip ticket costs $250. Recently,
that's not
direct
bad
flights
though.
from Moscow have also become available. These are
$250, not bad.
Airlines. However, the cost of these tickets is significantly higher, approximately $1,300 for a round-trip ticket. Air Koryo operates flights using Russian-made Tu-154 aircraft. Russian airlines abandoned these planes long ago. However, North Korea has few options. Due to sanctions, modern Western-made aircraft are not supplied to the country, and consequently, older Soviet airplanes are used instead.
Man, these sanctions, these sanctions.
Hi, thank you.
Man.
Нужно? Ayo.
The aircraft cabin is loosely divided into sections. Russian passengers are seated in the front, while citizens of North Korea are placed toward the rear of the plane. As soon as you step inside, you immediately feel the atmosphere of the place you're flying to. During boarding, national patriotic music plays throughout the cabin. Filming on board is prohibited. However, I wasn't asked to remove my camera mounted on a baseball cap right away, which is how I managed to get some footage from inside the plane. Due to the lack of space in the cabin, some luggage was also placed directly in front of the first rows. This would be strictly forbidden on other airlines. Additionally, there were no standard safety briefings about the emergency exits in these rows. When the Soviet Union collapsed, I was still a child and never got to fly on aircraft like this. Yet this is exactly how I remember it from the old movies. Cramped cabins, minimal space for luggage, and the distinctive fabric upholstery on the seats. During the flight, passengers are provided with a lunchbox. It contains Korean-made products, sausage, savory crackers, a chocolate bar, a burger, and a carbonated beverage. It's just a plain burger.
that can't be tasty at all.
Sweet enough. They are also handing out various newspapers, as well as the magazine Korea in Russian. This is an official publication that's been in print for many decades and is aimed partly at an international audience. I came across versions of it in other languages at the hotel. I ask if I can take a copy with me, and the answer is yes, but with a request. Please handle it with care. No explanation is offered, yet the meaning is immediately clear. On the cover is Kim Jong-un. For Koreans, it's important that visitors show respect to the symbols, to the system, to the country.
Wow. Now that has to be one of the most uncomfortable plane ride. Nah.
And here I am, in Pyongyang, the capital of one of the most closed countries on Earth.
All right, so this is what Pyongyang looks like. All right, now, okay. North Korea. Bro, I'm not gonna lie though. Just the thought of visiting North Korea makes me a bit uh uneasy, you know? No, for real. Because like sometimes when you hear some things in the media, it just triggers something in your brain like, should I go there or should I stay away? You know what I'm saying? But most importantly though, not everything you see in the media or you hear in the media, you should just take it and run with it. All right. Most of these things are actually propaganda, not true. You know what I'm saying? So it's always important for you to do your own research, towards things and just dig deep, Eventually you see what makes sense and what doesn't. You know what I mean? But to be honest though, just the thought of visiting North Korea just made me feel like nervous. you know. I wonder what building is that
It's
right
hard to
there?
believe, but I'm standing on Pyongyang's main square, Kim Il-sung Square.
Mm,
Behind me, you can see the portraits of the two leaders, Comrade Kim Il-sung himself and his son, Kim Jong-il.
okay.
My expectations were a lot lower than what I've actually seen here. It's it's just pure, unadulterated delight.
Mm,
My first impression of Pyongyang was both fascinating and a little unsettling. What I had seen in videos felt quite different in person. A city of high-rise
right.
buildings, wide streets, and remarkable cleanliness. These are my guides. The
Wow.
gentleman's name is Tsoi, and the woman is So Hyung. I was supposed to have at least one guide who spoke Russian well, but that didn't happen. Tsoi speaks Russian quite poorly, and about half the time I simply couldn't understand him. So Hyung's Russian was even worse. She had been studying it for only about 6 months. But she spoke English very well, since that's her main foreign language, so that's how we managed to
Okay.
communicate. Every time I asked her to translate into English what Tsoi was trying to explain in Russian, he would become noticeably tense. It was hard to tell whether it was because I was communicating more with her or because I couldn't understand his Russian. But it was clear that Tsoi was the one in charge in their pair. While I was filming the square, I handed my guides a camera that records everything around it, but they didn't really understand. Later, when I was going through the footage, I noticed that Tsoi had taken a photo of the contents of my camera bag. I couldn't be sure whether it was out of curiosity or something like discreet monitoring.
Hmm. No, hold on now. What's going on?
Here are my trusty guides. They must have missed me, I was gone so long. Did you miss me?
No, what was that for? Why did he take a picture of his stuff? Honestly, I don't think these North Koreans actually trust tourists 100%. It's like they just suspicious of them in any way possible, you know? But that was kind of weird though. Why would he take a picture of his stuff? Hmm. Interesting.
We arrived at the embankment of the Taedong River, one of the calmest and most scenic places in Pyongyang. Here, locals walk and spend time by the water, away from the noise of the main avenues. The Air Koryo bridge crosses the river, connecting different parts of the city and offering views of modern neighborhoods and some of the capital's most recognizable landmarks.
Okay.
Everything I saw on YouTube and on TV about this place is really nothing like what it is in reality. It's not even close.
See what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying, bro.
On the embankment, we came across a newlywed couple during a wedding photo shoot with doves. Their traditional outfits, along with the decorative blossoming tree, looked beautiful.
Wow.
Pyongyang makes a very pleasant impression. It's very beautiful and it's very calm. There's not a lot of cars here, but they're still around. In the city center, there are lots of cars.
Almost everyone in North Korea wears red pins bearing the images of the leaders. Some show both Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il, and others only one.
These are badges. These are badges.
No, you don't understand. You have two leaders, right? Two leaders, Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il.
Yes.
But I've seen badges with only one leader.
One leader.
So why is that? Does that depend on something? Who gets which one?
In our country, the great leader comrade Kim Il-sung, great leader comrade Kim Jong-il, only with us. They are always.
Okay, yes, you have two, right? So show me two. Okay.
Yes, two.
Okay, good.
I only
so
have
then,
one.
oh, okay. So then, why sometimes is there only one?
Yes. All comrade Kim Jong always with us. Only.
Can I buy a badge like this? Or?
This is pretty much how our communication in Russian went throughout the entire trip. For example, I would ask something like, why do some badges have two leaders while others have only one? And in response, I would hear things that didn't quite relate to the question. Like, the great leaders are always with us.
It's kind of vague, don't y'all think? The answer to his question, you know? Even though that answer could be exactly what it is, you know? The weird, because the great leader is always with us, you know? But at the same time, it's kind of vague. You know, if you're gonna be like a travel guide, someone asks you a question, I think you're just supposed to like answer the question with more in depth, you know? What's the reason, and you know, be more detailed. You know what I'm saying, with your answers. But I just think that they don't want to give too much information. You know, I think it's probably maybe like some kind of security purpose. You never know, you know, because we all know that North Korea, they run a very tight security. You know what I'm saying?
Hello. A suit over there. Oh, can I try it on?
Of course,
Okay.
this way.
A Korean accordion? Oh. Oh. A piano. Oh. Ah, yes, it's a piano.
You can play the piano.
I'm in North Korea playing accordion.
Wow.
We're here
That
in a
was good.
Pyongyang souvenir shop. I think a lot of people that see this are going to be jealous. Look at this North Korean tracksuit. Check it out. Absolutely fire. For some reason, the souvenir shop sells accordions. And actually, they're not even that expensive. I mean, if that's in dollars, then it's $1,300 for a decent accordion.
Accordion. I don't know. Maybe it's probably significant to the culture. You know, if you're from North Korea, you know anything about this, you could just let me know. You know, because why out of every musical instrument they only sell this one? So it's probably something significant to the culture. You know?
Very interesting vibe.
And this is center. Pyongyang station.
This is Pyongyang Station?
Yes,
Pyongyang.
Pyongyang station central.
Central, okay, I see.
This route, Pyongyang, Moscow. This Beijing.
Beijing?
Yes.
Pyongyang
yes,
to Beijing?
Beijing, Pyongyang.
Huh? Oh, okay.
Built in 1953.
1953.
At the end of the day, we had dinner and then arrived at the Yanggakdo International Hotel, where I would be staying for the entire duration of my time in Pyongyang. I had already seen this hotel in other bloggers' videos. Most foreign tourists stay here. It was built in 1995 and is located on a separate island in the middle of the Taedong River. The hotel is specifically designed for foreigners and is considered the main place where they stay in the city.
You know, I think that this was orchestrated, you know, that tourists, visitors of the country, of North Korea, all stay at one place, you know. That's just my opinion, by the way, you know what I'm saying? Because like I mentioned before, we all know North Korea is very strict with their security, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So I think this was like actually orchestrated, like, yeah, any visitors, any tourists has to stay right here. I do believe that's what it is. Yeah.
At the entrance to the hotel, there's a commemorative plaque. It states that Kim Jong-il visited this place on July 2nd, 1995, and Kim Jong-un on February 7th, 2023. Both visits were inspection visits. In North Korea, plaques like this carry special significance. They're placed at sites visited by the country's leaders and designate them as important and exemplary locations.
So we're here at the Yanggakdo
International
Hotel.
Airport.
Basically, all the bloggers that I've seen, and pretty much all foreign tourists who come here, they end up staying right here. There's actually this kind of 80s vibe here, but like expensive 80s. It's kind of weird. It looks expensive, but it feels like it was expensive maybe 50 years ago. You don't really see this anywhere anymore. Not because it's bad, it's just they don't make it like this today. It's actually kind of nice. It's like a nostalgia for a long time ago. And this place, I mean, it really takes you back.
Wow.
There go my bags. And I'm on the 41st floor, room 19. Okay, guys, room tour. So, when you walk in, they have blankets, 4 of them.
Okay.
I guess just to make sure that I...
Where they got colored
don't get
blankets?
Even though it's already...
Colored
warm
blankets in hotel. That's
I
different.
turned on the ventilation, but I don't even think it's air conditioning. It feels like just the air just moves around, so... Some things here, some masks. Not really sure what these are. Here's a toilet, a bathtub, and that's me. And pretty standard shower. If it
Right.
has decent
Right.
pressure and hot water, and it's
Okay.
already a good one. Just some bathroom amenities here. So, and then the toilet is over here. There it is. And the little kettle.
Yeah.
And
Nothing too
everything's kinda
fancy,
standard,
you know.
nothing unusual. A little
Right.
Fridge.
Right.
And 2 beds. They don't really have double beds. Sometimes I guess we could just push them together. Not in my case.
You know, as I see these double beds, one thing about me, any hotel I go, I always make sure that I have a room that has double beds in there. You know, I always do that. You know, I just think that I get my money's worth. You know, even if I'm spending one night, you know what I'm saying? I just think that I get my money's worth, honestly. Because I could just sleep on one side, one bed, right? And then I don't have to have room service. I don't need nobody to come knock at my door or anything, you know? So I sleep on one bed, and then if I'm spending like multiple nights, like 2 nights or whatever, I go over to the other bed. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I do it, you know? So I just think that I get my money's worth whenever I book a hotel. I have to have 2 bed in there. That's just how I go about it, you know?
And this thing, I've seen this before actually. It's supposed to be like a radio or something. I press AM, FM, and of course it doesn't work. But it's in every room, at least from what I've seen.
Yeah, but
from the
that radio
bloggers
looks
that stay here.
old-fashioned, though.
And pretty much all the tourists and bloggers stay here, so it just never works. But I guess there's one important question. What's behind here? And behind it, there's a lot of wires. Lots of wires. And it's not really clear what this is. It's like wires for a radio that doesn't work? Especially since it
What if it's
doesn't work in
a
any
recorder?
room. And there's just the wires are just there, or maybe it's
What it?
I don't know. Maybe it's just kind of like a facade of an old floor radio, while the real purpose of these wires is something else, and the actual
Right.
purpose might be completely different.
Now I'm thinking like probably like a recorder. You know what I'm saying? They're listening to your voice, whatever you're talking about in your room. You never know. I know assumption is bad, you know what I'm saying? But you never know, man. You never know.
There's a TV, and you can't really see the view outside right now. I'm on the 41st floor, but still, how is that possible?
Wow.
And by the way, the lighting, this is all the light. There's no chandelier. I mean, not really. So, yeah, that's the room tour.
All right. So pretty mid, you know, nothing too fancy, you know, but that's all right though. That's okay. You know, I think this video was an awesome video, by the way, you know. Shout out to Alex for this one, you know. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. And remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys again in another reaction video.